Fighters Only Television, we're here in Stockholm, Sweden. UFC on Fuel TV 9 has just finished, and sitting next to me is Brad Pickett, who had the fight of the night yet again. Decision win over Mike Easton. Solid win and a really, really impressive fight. I think probably the best fight I've ever seen of yours. How do you feel about it?
He was a very tough opponent, and I was glad to come away with the win. I watched it back now, actually, back in my room.
Right.
I thought it was way more of a barn burner than it was. It felt like I was in a really barn burner sort of fight. But when I watched it back, it was okay. It was, you know, I think I've been involved in better ones, but it was good. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It felt good when I was doing it, because there's a lot of transitions, and it wasn't just stand up. It was a bit on the floor wrestling. So I was very happy with the performance and the outcome, definitely.
I think you've been a little when I said like the best fight I've watched of you, because like you say, the transitions, the wrestling, every aspect of the fight, your game was complete, and you were better in every aspect of the fight, I thought, as well.
Yeah, no, it was like, I've been working on a lot of stuff, and I didn't get to show much of it against Eddie Wineland, and I was quite disappointed in my fight against Eddie Wineland. So this time, I wanted to get back to being way more versatile, doing a lot more things rather than being one-dimensional. So hopefully, yeah, it paid off for me tonight, and hopefully I'll carry that forward with me.
You might not feel comfortable saying this about yourself, but I think you're probably, pound for pound, in pure boxing terms, you're probably the best pure boxer in MMA. Would you agree? Yeah
and no. My different styles depends on how you want to see it. And I used to box, but I never was a good boxer, if that makes sense. I was a good brawler. You know, I like fighting and when it gets a bit heated and taking punches. So I would never be a good amateur boxer, because I'll get out points. Like my fight against Eddie Wineland, I got out points, where like I like getting involved and getting hit and then hitting back at the same time. I don't think I got the best. I don't know. A lot of people got different styles, you know. Conor McGregor looked really good tonight, and he's got good boxing, you know. So I wouldn't go as I wouldn't say that. No.
I'll see you fight. I thought, you know, your head movement and everything looked excellent. Body shot, we don't see a lot of in MMA. Underused.
Yeah. I like body shots a lot. You know, they set things up, and I won a fight with a body shot, and you know, and they're the ones you can't really hide when you get hurt. You know, it stays with you for where you get punched in the head, you drop down. Don't get me wrong, you get back up, and then give yourself a minute or two. You're gonna recover. Where sometimes you get hit in the body bad. Sometimes you don't get a chance to recover, or even when you think you've recovered and you're moving around, it actually stays with you for a few rounds, you know. So body shots are very underrated in MMA and should be used a lot more.
I think we have to give credit to Mike Easton as well. Ideal kind of opponent, doesn't take a backward step. Definitely. You don't take a backward step. He was like a perfect storm brewing in there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I said that before the fight. He comes forward, I come forward, so we're gonna clash, and we did. There was times he put me on the back foot. There's times I put him on the back foot. You know, it was a fast-paced fight. We threw a lot of punches, a lot of transitions and stuff. You know, so yeah, it was. I mean, like, they're the fights I would like to be involved in. You know, always. And he was a great opponent.
Because they bring bonus checks. How many fight of the nights have you had now?
Including WC, or I've had 6 or 7. Yeah.
So your mattress must be getting quite near the ceiling now.
Well, WC was nowhere near the same as the UFC, but in the UFC, out of my 5 fights, I've had 4 bonuses. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing okay in the moment. Yeah, I ain't gonna complain about that. But I'm getting married, so that's gonna take a chunk out of that. Yeah. My girlfriend wants a good, nice wedding.
And if the wedding doesn't, the honeymoon definitely will.
Yeah, something like that. Now it probably will. Yeah.
Do you feel like you get the respect you deserve at the moment?
Sometimes I feel like my hard work goes unnoticed. Yeah, me being maybe a bit of a prima donna sometimes, but I do feel I get overlooked a little bit. People say, "Oh yeah, Brad's an exciting fight. Brad's tough." Blah blah blah. But sometimes I just feel like, I don't know. It's like, I can't complain. I'm winning fights and getting paid quite good money. But you know, sometimes it feels like I'll go a little bit under the radar sometimes, you know. But even I get it on Twitter all the time. Oh, the most, you know, Brad Pickett, one of the most underrated fighters, which is sometimes, you know, I don't feel I get a great recognition, you know. But that comes with time, I guess.
I sort of agree, but I think it's a weird situation because from what I see of the forums and, you know, online fans and stuff, the fan base really seem into you. But it just seems that, like, maybe media attention or something doesn't quite seem to be...
I mean, like, fans are fans. Fans love guys who go out and fight, and I do get a lot of love from fans, and I love the fans. But, you know, yeah, sometimes I get media, like, you know, I don't find... Yeah, I don't like to complain too much, but, you know, sometimes I feel like my hard work goes unnoticed sometimes. Well, not by the UFC. The UFC love me. Dana White loves me. I can't complain about that. The fans, they love me and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes I feel like the media, as in like, okay, for example, the press conference tonight, I got asked a question off the back of someone else's question and then nothing else. Well, understandable. I'm in Sweden, doesn't matter. But, you know, you have your European, English reporters there, and you have your Irish guys, you know, bombarding Conor McGregor, and nothing for me. And I'm thinking, okay, right. But then that won't be too bad. But even when back in Nottingham, when I knocked out Yves Gibron, and I thought that was a great win for me. Great, you know, coming off a win against the Master Beijing, knocking out Yves Gibron in the first round, good spectacular knockout. Sat at the press conference, right? Not a question. I was like, oh, strange. Yeah, and I'm just sitting there like a loose end. I'm thinking, does anyone care about what's going on with me or any?
Because it's not like you're not articulate.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, my next fight after that against Eddie Wineland, I know I lost, but if I'd have won that, I'd have had a title shot. And if it was someone, I find if it was someone else sitting down there talking about a title shot, everyone would be going crazy, you know. And I think I'm quite close to maybe being. I've always been there and thereabouts. You know, I got beat by Barral. He went on and had a title shot. Now he's the interim champion. I got beat by Scott Jorgensen back in the day. He went on and had people beat me, get title shots. So I'm known there and thereabouts, you know. So yeah, you know, I ain't gonna cry over spilt milk.
To be fair, me and Mike Morgan, our video guy, we had a list of questions for you, but we thought we'd save it for this, you know, rather than share it with the world. But next time we'll do both, I guess. Share the wealth. Wrap it up then. You're coming off this win now. Where do you think that puts you in the division? Like you say, people beat you to get title shots. Where are you in that title frame?
Well, for me, it's like people who beat me leapfrog me because I've always get people ranked below me. You know, I've been always and like they beat me, then they go above me. I've never really been given a fight with someone above me for me to move up the ladder, you know. That's why I've always stayed where I am. Unless someone beats me, then I'll move below them. I can never jump up the ladder because I've never fought anyone ranked above me. You know, Henan Barral, he wasn't even in the top 10 when I fought him. Now he's number 1. You know, Demetrius Johnson. Even actually when I beat him, he was nowhere. Now he's number 1 at the division below. You know, but yeah. So like, and Eddie Wineland, he just beat me. Now he's ranked above me. Now he's got the title shot. I would like someone ranked above me. So it'd be like, who's there? Eddie Wineland, you know, Uriah Faber, Malcolm McDonald. Yeah, these are fights I want. Brian Bowles, if he comes out of where he's been for ages. I want someone, just don't care who it is, someone where I could go, boom, give me an opportunity, not other people to have opportunity to fight me.
Why don't you start throwing out loads of insults and making ludicrous claims? That seems to be the route to title shots.
It does sometimes, but I'm just not that guy. You know? I've never been a trash talker because, for me, it doesn't make any difference. Like, if someone makes trash talk about me and I'm fighting the guy, I'm gonna punch him hard in the face if he's nice to me or horrible to me. So if you want to be an idiot, you're just being an idiot. So trash talk is not really my style. You know? I'm a nice guy. I don't really like to give people crap, you know.
It does seem to work. It does seem to translate into like pay-per-view sales and increased interest. I can't understand because I think obviously everyone knows you're just selling the fight, especially the amount of guys who talk and after the fight. They go, I was just selling the fight. I think, why do people even get into it anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as in people say, yeah, I'm doing that to sell the fight, but people still buy it. You know, like wolf tickets. Yeah. But yeah, people like that. People like. Don't get me wrong. You do get some real bad blood, you know, but I've never had. Yeah, me and Mark Easton, you know, saw him earlier. We had he was a nice guy. It's the end of the day, it's a sport. We come together to fight each other for a paycheck, and it's our livelihood. It's not. Not trying to represent, you know, my village versus his village, and you know, like this family feud or something like that. It's our jobs, you know, and there's nothing personal against them. Sometimes it can get personal if someone starts talking trash, and then it could get a bit personal. But I say I'm not one of those to always dish it out, and I kind of like, I'm quite respectful, and I, you know, and yeah, I mean, anyone who does their job, you know, deserves respect.
Okay, so last question, you're sitting here, you got a plaster on your nose, a couple of bumps and bruises, nothing too serious. Come out of it with any injuries, and when do you think you'd like to get back in there?
Everything you see is just superficial. You know, within a week I'll be fine. My thumb's a little bit sore, but yeah, again, I had that before the fight and just re-hurt it during the fight. It'll be fine as well. As for fighting again, I know there's an English card in October. Everyone would probably think that would be perfect for me. It's not, because I'll get married in September, so there's no way I could fight in that card. I'd love to. Yeah. So that's out the window. So if it's, then it's going to be like, okay, I can fight before I get married. It'd be August. I'd like to fight in August. If I can't fight in August, I'll probably have to wait until after my marriage and all that sort of stuff. So it could be anything as early as next year, which would suck, because I'd want to fight. At the end of the day, it's my job. So I'm looking, hopefully, to fight in August. I'll speak to Sean Shelby when I get downstairs.
Why don't you either engineer an argument about sort of June, so you could kind of put the wedding off a bit, or just say, can we postpone the wedding because I want to take a fight? Because women are known for being reasonable like that.
Well, I've also already booked the venue and all that sort of stuff, so yeah.
No, I was joking. You
I don't think, because Sarah, my girlfriend, my fiance, we've been going out for a long time now. She's very, very understandable about a lot of things, but when we had this date set, we got the date set, you know. So, yeah, I better stick by this one if I, you know, when it was good for me. Sure. She wears the pants. Not really. If she watched this, I wear the pants.